Too much fun. Too much fun to do that. So I'm going to get this junk off the screen.
Welcome to the Unsung Screamers Thursday Night Live show, starting right here at 7 o'clock.
Wow, we did it. We did it like
7
right
p.m. My name is Dan. Your name's Tara.
I'm Tara. Yes, I am.
How's it going, everyone? We have a fun show tonight.
Shio? What's a shio?
I'd like to introduce you to our fun guest tonight, Donnie Cockrum.
There he is right there. Everybody say hi.
There
he is.
That's, look.
I'm actually here.
You're here.
It's me in the flesh.
Right here. Look, and I'll prove that you're here. Look. Oh, look at that. Yeah.
Oh, we're here. We're in the same place.
We're right here.
This isn't trick camera
No,
work
it's
quite
not
yet.
It's not Zoom. It's none of that craziness.
Yeah, I've
right
had enough
here?
of that for right now. I'm glad to actually be in studio. This is amazing.
Yay.
Thanks for having me in.
You bet. This is great. This is great. And
Thanks for coming by,
we
Donnie.
just met you.
Yeah, we literally just met like
20 minutes ago.
20 minutes ago.
About, safely,
Yeah.
20
For
minutes
reals.
ago.
Grab that. Get that mic. You know.
I feel like
you
we're
know
all
how to
best
do it.
friends already, though.
Faded so
So this is wonderful.
Yes. So, Donnie, having just
Yes.
met, it's so weird actually to me that a little bit of pre-talking before we started. It's like you've actually been around here a long time.
Yeah,
I've been around here a long time.
you have.
How could we have not crossed
How
paths
have we not
before
met?
now?
No idea. No idea. I'm usually either at the Outland or Lindbergh's. That's pretty much it. And for like before I moved to Ohio for 3 years, but before that for like 6 years, every night I was at the Outland or Lindbergh's working.
So
Every time there was a show, that's where I was.
How long were you in Ohio?
2.5, almost 3 years.
So not too long.
Not too
Where
awfully
were
long.
you in Ohio?
I was in Bethel, right outside of Cincinnati.
Right.
It's actually a really nice part of the country.
Yeah.
It's super haunted.
Is it?
Haunted.
Super haunted.
I went to
There's all
college in
kinds of-
Cincinnati.
No way.
Yeah, the
That's
conservatory.
awesome.
So yeah.
Oh yeah, that's great. It's an amazing city. I love
It's
it.
a great little city. It's a party city, that's for sure.
Yeah, the next time I make some Cincinnati chili, I'll bring you some.
Yes.
Yeah.
If it's not too hot.
Oh yeah, I'll leave
We'll
the
talk
spice
about
out.
that.
Of
Yeah,
course it's going to be hot.
I'm one of those wusses when it comes to hot. And I was
Good.
watching your hack video earlier, one of your hack videos, and I was just going, no, I'm not going to eat hot foods on a regular basis. I'm
Yep,
just not
you have
going to.
If you want to eat them at all, you got to eat them all
If you
the
want to
time.
have it.
You have to, I can't remember the quote. It's something like you have to burn your mouth a lot.
You do. You
In
have
order to
do it.
get
Or
acclimated.
It goes away too. It goes away so fast. It's like
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say I've got friends who they're eating Carolina Reapers 1 month, 2 months later they haven't eaten anything spicy and they're back at habaneros. Like it goes away quick. Yeah,
Right.
yeah, absolutely.
And I didn't even think about it until I watched your video. I would imagine, well, this is what you're saying, and I'm also asking you because you're kind of a bit of an expert now. I would imagine it's like an acquired taste similar to people who originally hate dry wine.
Yeah.
And the more they kind of work themselves up to it, they kind of like, oh my gosh, I love dry wine.
That's me, for sure.
And all kinds of other things like that. Like stout beer is another one that people usually kind of like detest at first until they give it more chances. And then they become more like acclimated to it. Is hot sauce, you're saying, kind of a same thing?
It's exactly like that. You get used to the nuanced flavors of the different kinds of peppers. As far as like hot sauces go, you learn the different kinds of vinegar people use or like the ratios they use, different fruits and vegetables, stuff like that. So everything's a little bit different.
Yeah.
I like to say that there's a hot sauce for every kind of food. So there's a lot of sauces out there.
Yeah, yeah. Well, even which mention that the channel. I wrote it down. Yeah, Chili Mancer, right?
Yeah,
that's how you pronounce that.
Absolutely.
So
Chili
that was
Mancer,
my
yeah.
question. What the heck is that?
Yeah, how did you come up with
Mancer.
that name?
Is that something we just don't know about, or is it your personal name?
It's my own personal
Okay,
name.
all right.
I'm the Chili Mancer. I am the hot sauce flavor wizard. I love making hot sauce, and I like eating chilies. So I've got 6 different varieties growing right now. I still have 3 more to plant, but I wanted to make sure we weren't going to get another frost again.
Oh, yeah,
right,
today. How about
Yeah.
today? Blah.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah.
Yeah, not a fan.
Not a fan at all. No.
I'm done with
so
this.
Chili Mancer, like, because I thought of like romancer, but chili. Chili Mancer. Is that where that came from?
Hey everybody, that'll work out. No, more like necromancer or something like that. It's like the kind of magic. You know what I mean?
Right.
But yeah, it's the Chili Mancer. I'm the spicy. There is a dolphin in the studio.
Yeah,
I heard it. I totally. I heard that
But
dolphin.
I did bring some spicy things for you guys.
Oh, look
today.
at that.
So if you would like to try, I actually have these. This is
boy.
a hot pepper tincture that I made, and actually it shows me making part of this on my channel on one of my most popular videos. But this, I mean, you're welcome to try that.
Like put it on the fingertip or something.
Just got a dropper.
It's got a dropper. You just drop it right onto the
Scary.
tongue. If you're feeling adventurous, this has habaneros in it as a base, and then on top of that, it has some delicious super hot peppers that I was sent
Here's
from
water.
from some amazing. Oh, water's gonna make it a lot worse.
oh shit,
That's great. Keep
we got
that
milk
around.
in the other room. Get some milk.
You might want the milk, but as you notice, this is actually it's got glitter in it. It's
Yeah.
totally food safe. It's made
This
for
is
cakes.
wild.
Yeah.
It's made for cakes.
It's made
Glitter-
for
glitter
cakes.
made for cakes.
But that is actually an anniversary potion, if you will. I made that for my
Potion.
birthday this past year. So.
Is there a
awesome.
specific name for this particular tincture?
It's Chili Mancer's potion number 23. I was
Number
born
23.
December 23rd is my birthday. So,
Oh, okay.
So there we go.
Oh, jeez.
Do
Oh,
you
jeez.
I would put maybe 2 drops on your tongue,
2 drops,
like not dropperfuls, but like drip drip.
Actual
like a
drops.
drip?
Yeah,
Oh my
exactly.
goodness. Oh my goodness. All right.
And just so everybody at home knows, what's your experience with hot spicy stuff? Do you eat a lot of spicy stuff? Do you ever eat hot peppers by themselves?
As far as I'm concerned, I don't go wild. I mean, there's like some spicy things I like a couple places in town's got some chicken wings that are a little zippy. But one time I had hot sauce 20 years ago that was like it felt like I was actually gonna die, because I had never done anything like that before.
Was it Da Bomb Beyond Insanity?
Oh, I've seen that on Hot Ones.
That's a very hot sauce.
It's like the little stubby bottle.
Oh man, I hate it. I think the reason it's so hot is that all of the extract kind of floats to the top, and so when you open it, you just get all disgusting extract. It tastes all metallic and disgusting.
It
but
was
is
like
so
an
hot.
instant hit. Like
Yep.
right when it hit, I was like, I didn't need time.
Oh my goodness.
I'm gonna.
You're gonna do it?
You're gonna do
You're
it.
gonna do it. All right. The camera's on you,
right.
babe.
Okay. One question I had is, when you make it yourself,
Yeah.
do you have the ability to figure out what that what's that crazy number that they
The Scoville.
the Scoville?
Scoville.
Unfortunately, no. But usually I just do a range. So like I'll do like is this hot from a 1 to 10?
Okay.
And so like a 1 is like barely even hot at all, like barely detectable. A 10 is like this is going to probably kill somebody.
Right.
Right in the middle, around a 5 is going to be the upper threshold of a normal person.
Okay.
So this is about a 6 or a 7.
Oh.
So that's why I asked about your experience. So you're going to
My
have some fun
experience
with
is
that.
very little.
I am not a hot person. I will take one drop on my finger.
Do you have anything to?
I got some comments.
Catch us up on
so I'm just
before I
gonna,
do this.
Before you do this, I'm just gonna come back because a bunch of regulars watching the show. So I'm gonna go up here to Julia. Julia is on her way to WrestleMania in Texas.
Oh, nice.
So like literally tonight, I think. So she says, "Holy heck, my husband is an internet wizard and the wheel man. I am here. Hello, friends." So she's on her way to WrestleMania, and Tom Hembry just says Matt Baker. I'm guessing he tagged Matt to maybe watch tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Mike McCorder says, "I will be there next week. Leave your hottest pepper and it will burn my face off live. I love the hot stuff."
No.
Do you know
cool.
Mike McCorder?
I don't, but I would like to know him. Mike, if you are out there and you want to eat some hot stuff, I'm on Facebook.
He's game.
Yeah,
He's game.
man.
He's got some other and Jared Isaac says hello.
Oh, hi, Jared. I love you.
He's awesome. He says, "Fuck him up with some hot sauce."
Oh, yeah, I'm going to. So, actually, you know what's funny is this is ghost pepper hot sauce right
Okay.
here. I made this. This is a hot pepper hot sauce that I made. You're welcome to try that first if you'd like. This
Is it less?
It's less. It's actually made out of ghost peppers and it's less.
That's less. Okay, maybe we should start there.
It's up to you. Whether you want to be, if you want to build it or whether you just want to go for crazy at the.
Go for crazy. Dan likes to
Either
go for
way.
crazy. He likes to go for crazy
I'm
sometimes.
so inexperienced
With-
at
with
this.
hot stuff.
It's insane.
And then, by the way, also Jared says, "Oh yeah, Dan, you make him your hot wings because he's got an amazing hot wing recipe."
Oh, wait, what?
Now he can
Yes.
add heat
do.
to it,
It's-
and they are always hot, but they're not.
I mean, it's
I can eat
like
them.
siracha. I mean,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
ain't like getting into like the real.
You're all nervous.
shit
Are you
here.
sweating? Are you sweating? Getting nervous? Because I'm gonna do it too, but I'm not gonna do the. I'm gonna put it on my finger and then my
I think I'm gonna go for
and then
the.
rub my eye.
I'm gonna do the baller first.
You're gonna do the baller first. All right. So
There we go. Here we go.
See, I can't see if there's
You've
only
got
three
this.
drops.
Your camera.
Okay, here we go.
Oh man, he's gonna do it. Okay, there's one.
Oh, there's two.
All right.
Okay.
Here you go.
And 5, 4, 3.
All right. Let's. I hope that he doesn't have any pre-existing conditions.
He does. He has heart issues. So.
Okay, it's gonna be fine. You're gonna be all right. I'm gonna get out of here though. I'll see you guys later.
How you doing?
I'm okay. I'm gonna live.
The thing with hot spicy stuff is it's actually just kind of like a mind game because you're not actually getting burned. You know what I mean? It just activates those receptors. So
Yeah.
if it really is mind over matter. So if you can remain calm and breathe, you can. Yep, the hiccups are coming. That's totally
really?
normal. That's nothing to be embarrassed about. That is completely normal. Those drops are close to 1 million Scoville, probably.
Oh
so
my God, are you
it's
kidding
pretty
me?
hot. They've got some really super hot
Look at
peppers
you.
in there.
I'm scared now.
Yeah, it's got scorpion peppers, which are comparable to the Carolina Reaper in heat.
Oh gee, am I hearing
So.
us?
Maybe you might just throw that slider down. Hiccups are normal, huh?
Hiccups are normal if you're not used to super hot stuff.
Your
Like-
diaphragm saying,
I'm just
"Get
completely getting hiccups.
Yeah.
exactly.
Holy moly.
Oh, that was hot as fuck.
It will be for a little bit too. See, 2 drops. That's like barely any.
Oh, I know.
There's guys online who will literally do what's called a Robbie dropper. And a Robbie dropper was named after this guy named Robbie. And he was a wild man. He was before my time. But what you do is you take the dropper and you squeeze it a few times like that, and then you fill it up. And then you do one of these, and then you squeeze it again, and you just keep filling until the whole thing is full.
Oh.
And then, I'm not going to be doing that today.
No.
But I will join you in this so you're not suffering on your own.
Okay,
So.
okay, that'd be great. 1, 2, 3,
4, 5,
4, 5,
6.
6. Oh my God.
Oh jeez. Oh,
I have
boy.
to. I'm the
You
gym
got
dancer.
to. Yeah, you
All right,
gotta.
So I just want a little drop on my
Okay.
finger.
You got this.
You're not gonna do 2
Nope,
drops.
nope, nope. I'm going to do your wrist.
Okay.
You're a lot less likely to touch something with your wrist.
I got you. Okay. All right. Oh jeez.
Yeah, that's
It gets
that's wild.
worse.
And actually, guys, I know you're all out here from the Ozarks and the Springfield area. If you'd like to try this for yourself, I will be at the Outland Ballroom's open mic night. That's right, I did say
Yeah,
the
tonight.
Outland Ballroom
You
open
did.
mic night.
Oh
Yeah.
really? Not at the Odyssey.
It's at the big
Ooh,
stage.
big
Awesome.
I convinced Kevin to let us do it at the big stage for your pleasure, guys. So let's get up there and play on the same stage that all your favorite bands get to play.
yeah,
you
man.
go.
And that's
Oh.
tonight.
Tonight, yeah.
Tonight
That
at
is-
what, 9 o'clock or something like that?
And doors are at 9. 10 p.m. is whenever we'll start jangling the
Nobody
music.
cares that I'm
how's-
dying. Nobody cares that I'm dying.
We need to check on you. Okay, so tell us about your experience. How are you feeling? First off, where's the heat?
The heat is right now. It's all on my tongue.
Yeah.
Like my entire tongue except the sides. But that's where I licked.
Yeah.
But it did spread. And then I have a little on the back, like the little epiglottis thingy.
Yeah.
The little dangle thingy. I have that going on as well. And that's it. It's almost like when you remember the old days of like chloroseptic when you had a sore throat. That's what it feels like, but hot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it kind of does.
Whole
Yeah.
mouth is numb.
Just, but the outs, like cheeks are fine, but I had one fucking drop. Oh, wow. Yeah, wow.
I wanted to
pretty
talk quickly about the
Instant
open
fire.
mic you just mentioned.
Absolutely, yeah.
So how are those going, and what is it? What is to be expected? Like, are you just doing kind of like people get up with an acoustic guitar, or is there already some instruments for other people to play? Or
You ever do that thing where you swallow something and you taste it in a weird part of your throat? And it's like, I didn't know I had receptors there. That just happened to me.
Why is there a taste bud in my neck?
Exactly.
Yeah.
In my
Gosh.
ear tubes. Like, why do I taste this in my ears?
I'm tasting it in my nose right now. Like it's
yeah.
like I'm gonna sneeze.
The sinuses, it will happen. So,
Pardon me.
as far as the Outlands open mic night goes, we do have a house kit. There's a house kit right now. We're still getting the ball rolling on everything. So
Okay.
if you have an acoustic electric guitar, definitely do bring it. If you have your instruments, bring them. Over time, what you can expect is I would like to have really kind of cultivate something for local arts in general. I don't want it to just be local music. I'd like to have, comedians and poets
Oh,
and
cool.
even drag queens and different things like that.
Hell yeah.
Whoever, stage and entertainment art. So anybody's welcome. Anybody's invited to sign up. And it's just cultivating a great environment. That's what my goal is.
Truly open mic.
Truly open mic.
So
Poetry?
when you talk about
Yeah,
the poetry
poetry.
and stuff, you're just gonna mix it all in one night. You're not gonna have like a separate poetry night or a
Exactly. Yeah, we'll just have sign-ups.
mix it up.
Exactly.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it's kind of a first come, first serve sign-up situation. Sign-ups start at 9, and then everything will start right there at 10.
Oh gosh. Okay. Wow. Nice. And that's tonight. So he will have to break away. What about 8:15? You have to break away
8:15 or so.
Right
Yeah,
on.
I mean, it's just down the road. You know,
Right.
so
Right. There you
And
go.
he'll have his little bottle of
death.
death
Oh,
with him.
wow. That was like
What is a practical reason for practical application for a
something like
sauce that's that fucking hot?
Well, hot stuff like this will endorphins. It gets
Oh,
your
really?
endorphins going. It feels great. You do get used to the pain and you start feeling the pleasure. But really, you can add it to stuff. I can add this. I add it to coffee in the morning sometimes.
Okay.
Yep. And so you'll put a couple of drops in your coffee, give it a nice little kick, wake you up.
Oh,
It's great for
awesome.
your metabolism.
Awesome.
And it's good for allergies, as you can tell. You know, it will clean out your sinuses,
it
stuff
cleans,
like that.
yeah.
So
So sometimes it is just to just take it straight. It can kind of be kind of cool, but then mix it in, because I think I saw in one of your videos you talked about using hot sauce on pancakes.
in syrup. I
Yeah.
saw
I
that.
don't- or in the syrup or whatever.
Yeah, I've got a great friend named Jimmy Pickles. He actually shout out to Jimmy Pickles. If you guys are wanting to grow a pepper garden this year, go to jppepperseeds.com and buy all of your hashtag isolated seeds from JP Pepper Seeds. Jimmy Pickles has one of the he's got one of the most, I would say, trustworthy gardens, because he puts nets around all of his plants and everything like that. But he sends me powders to review. That video you're talking about was whenever I took some of his powders and I put it in maple syrup, and then let them marry together for a while, and then made French toast. Put it on the French toast. It's delicious. Hot stuff is a great way to start your day. I wouldn't recommend it if you are. I wouldn't recommend going directly to like ghost peppers and stuff first thing in the morning if you're not used to it.
Right.
It'll make your day terrible.
Right,
And
right.
there is discomfort. You don't. I always say you taste the heat lasts 3 times in the mouth, in the gut, and then use your imagination.
And then wherever else.
And then you need ice cream.
Then you need ice cream from both ends. That's right. Sit on the whole block of ice cream.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, my tongue is still on fire. I had one drop.
Yeah, that's the real deal.
One
shit
drop,
right
and the
there.
whole top of the tongue and the roof of my mouth and my epiglottis. Is that what it's called? Am I calling that the right thing?
I don't know.
The epiglottis. I think that sounds correct.
The dangly thing?
Correct enough for me.
dangler.
Google that shit. I don't know. Whatever.
So,
But if you want to try some powders, I think I probably have some here with me. Here we go. Hey, shout out to Chris Bevins. I don't know if you guys can see this, but this little pouch was made for me by a guy right here in town. He's the guy who got me into running live sound. Believe it or not, Chris
really?
Bevins. He worked at the Outlet. Are you friends with Chris? You know Chris?
I don't. We're not. I don't think
I
we're
know
friends,
that
but-
name. I
He's
know that name.
Great dude.
Yeah.
Always treated me well. So he got me the job running sound first off, and secondly, he sent me this over COVID, and it's this little pouch. It was supposed to be for hand sanitizer. It's got my logo on it, but I keep these little powder jars in here.
Oh, wow.
So you've probably heard of 7-Pot peppers. This is just 7-Pot pepper powder, and then this one's a lot of fun. This is Brazilian Starfish Red. And a Brazilian starfish, it's kind of a fruity pepper. It's not extremely hot, but those things are great if you slice them up real thin, and you can put them on like a PB&J or something like that. They're really good. Absolutely.
Mix the sweet with the spicy.
Oh yeah, that's
Wow.
absolutely the best.
Holy shit.
Those are cool, man.
Yeah. You're welcome to try them if you want. I know you're probably burning right now.
I'm gonna settle. Your hiccups are gone. Right?
I'll take. Yeah, it was only a real quick thing. That was wild.
I sneezed and you hiccuped.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe one drop is sneezing and 2 drops is.
We talked just for a minute before we even went live that you have been around here for a while. You have been involved in some music. Where did all that get started? You're a Springfield native, or
Yeah, I'm from here, right here in Springfield.
You're the real deal.
The real deal, Evander Holyfield. Yeah. No, I've been from Springfield forever. I've played music. I used, like many people who are in their teens when they learned how to play the guitar and liked punk music, I used music as a form of escapism from my teenage years at home. So I always carried that along with me. I was in a band called ASAP with John Gilmore and Jake Richardson, and it was a lot of fun. I had a whole lot of fun back then. We played a lot of Battle of the Bands kind of stuff. We were young kids, but we did have a whole lot of fun. But it was one of the best experiences of my life. So I carried that on, and I've always loved playing music, things like that. But as soon as I was able to get into the local music scene, like promoting shows, promoting bands that didn't always get a chance to play shows, up-and-coming bands, things like that, who weren't necessarily in a club or anything like that.
Right.
I always like to support those kids because I was one of them.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah. Because you got into promoting, then you got into live sound.
Yeah. I was working with these guys, Dustin and Derek Webb, and they had a company called Interstate Productions. They did a lot of hip-hop and rap in Springfield, but they also had this little side project that they made. Like, they made me aware of it, but it didn't really go anywhere. It was called IndieMo. It was Independent Missouri, and it was kind of like a independent record label sort of a thing. And so I talked to Dustin and Derek one day, and I was like, hey, man, I want to start, like, using this, and maybe we can all just start booking shows and stuff together. So they were on board. Dustin is a music producer, of course, so we had a podcast, and he took care of, like, all the technical director stuff, and we had a lot of fun with that. And that got me into booking more shows, and just really introduced me to a lot of bands, and eventually into running live sound.
Yeah. Mostly bands around here, or did you start actually bringing in some people that are
I mean,
kind of outside our...
mostly local. I've focused on local bands more than anything in my career. Like I said, I just want to support Springfield's actual local bands because there's a lot of talent around here.
Oh,
I mean,
certainly.
you know more than anybody. Like, yeah, there's a lot of local talent around
Yeah,
here.
there is.
That was the whole purpose of beginning our podcast. Originally, it was called Unsung Dreamers.
Oh, okay.
And it was, the little tagline was the musical journeys of the not so rich and famous. And we wanted to tell everybody their story because they deserved it.
Exactly.
You know, so because we know that this town is immensely talented.
My kindred spirits. No wonder I'm here. This is awesome.
Yeah,
This is great. So we changed the name to Unsung Screamers just to consolidate because we had Screamers on Thursdays, Unsung Dreamers. Everybody was, what are you? Who are
Well,
you?
we had
What are
talked about
you?
that before we started the
Yeah,
show.
yeah.
We've tried lots of different ideas, and I just think to try to umbrella everything that we still want to do moving forward, the Screamers thing, Unsung Screamers, was just
The
kind of a
logo
more...
suits us. I mean,
I love it. Yeah.
It's more what we are as a whole, and it also broadens the horizon of what we want to do. It's not just going to be musicians. It's going to be a local restaurant owner or whatever, something like that. So we're going to just...
And what I think is wild is, and I really don't think Springfield is unique to this, but I've heard so many people, you know, talk about our music community, and we got this community and community. Yeah. And it's like, this isn't a bad thing, but it's wild how there's actually still sort of pods of community, meaning... You know,
clicks. If
someone
you will.
like yourself.
Yeah, that's a way to put it, definitely.
Yeah, someone like yourself who has spent a majority of your time in the Outland Ballroom scene. There's almost a scene there.
There is.
That is completely untouched by the South Springfield scene.
Yeah.
You know, Moeller cover bands, places like Cartoons and the Riff and the Kiss and everything that is just kind of like south of Sunshine.
Right.
That's kind of like another scene.
Yeah.
And then, of course, commercial has sort of got now almost its own scene with the shout.
The Queen City Shout that just
Queen
happened.
City Shout that's still happening, isn't it?
No, I think it's done.
Wasn't it a week long?
Well, it was like 6
Anyway,
days.
it just
Whatever.
happened. So, you know, I don't know. It doesn't seem to be an entire collective idea.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I think everybody who brags about their particular clique or their particular scene, it's all relevant.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
I don't know if it's possible to bring
To bridge the gap
whole
and
all
thing
those
bring everybody.
I mean, we've tried.
We've tried.
It's hard.
We've got
Jared's tried. Yeah,
We've got representation of all those different areas that I just mentioned.
And I'll just put this real quick. Jared says, that's why I do my show, breaking up the demographics that can be physically mapped out on a local map.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
man, Jared's like, when are we going to get to see the drizzle?
Yeah, you saw that, right? I was going to go there. Just gonna hit the comments real quick. And there's people calling for shots. And like Jared says, now it's time to do shots.
Oh, crud.
Sandy Cottingim is here. It's shots, which means that Sandy and Jody are watching because sometimes he types from her phone.
How come everyone's yelling shots?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. Because, Brian also. Do you know Brian Betancourt?
No, not personally.
He's a friend of ours, a friend of Jared's, and he makes wine. He and his wife, Lisa, make wine.
I love
homemade wine. And so he says, how about hot wine?
Hot wine?
Like hot wine.
Yes, I have made habanero wine before.
Ooh.
Yeah. You don't need much. Trust me. But
Right?
yeah. Yep. You can do that.
Right on. And Jared also jokes, make sure to promote your show on their show. Because we have a little jingle that we developed because every time Jared's here, he promotes his show.
Oh, yeah.
Like if he's there, he puts his stuff up there. We have a little jingle that we developed. He does it on his show all the time. So yeah, promotes his show.
I will promote my show. All right, so I do have a new show coming up. Well, the first thing that I have 3 things to promote. Okay, it's a threefer. Okay. The triquetra of me, if you will.
The hat
Triquetra.
trick.
I guess so.
The hat trick.
The triple
Hey.
fold. All right. So what the first thing I've got is, of course, Outland Open Mic. That's going to be tonight at the Outland Ballroom, and every subsequent Thursday, starting at 9 p.m. is sign up. That's when the doors open, and then at 10 p.m. is when the entertainment starts. You don't have to be a musician. You could be a poet, a rapper, or even like a drag queen, something like that. Anything that's in the public eye, you can do that. Also, I do have the Chili Mancer channel. That's where I eat all my spicy hot food. I actually have some cool news about that. I was just contacted by this dude who I know. His name's Vic Klinko. He's the owner of the... It's still getting me. Of the world's largest hot sauce collection. And he works for the world's largest hot sauce distributor,
Wow.
Hot Shots Distributing. And he has christened me an official influencer for Hot Shots Distributing. So I just got those sauces from them in the mail. I've done 1 video. I've got 1 more queued up that I've written. And then I have 3 different videos I'm supposed to make for Kaboom hot sauce. It's coming up. Each one of those sauces is 2 million Scoville.
Oh,
wow.
Jesus.
So it's not anything to take lightly, but I'm going to need those 3 sauces because the coup de grace that he gave me was the 16 million Scoville Trouble Bubble Challenge from K-John's. It's 1 piece of bubble gum that looks like a Hubba Bubble,
right?
But it's covered in pure capsaicin crystals. And
Oh my
the challenge
God.
is chewing it and then getting it soft enough to blow 1 bubble, and that's the challenge. So we'll see if I can do it. I definitely, and like I said, your tolerance goes away super quick.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Wow.
it's going to be fun. It's
That
gonna
was
be
something
painful.
I was talking about earlier about your channel when I couldn't remember what the damn name of it was. But I saw the unboxing of, I think maybe the first shipment or whatever you got from this situation. And it had that, looked interesting, that pickle. There was
the pickle sauce.
an actual pickle sauce.
That was
like,
delicious, actually. It
sounds
tastes really good.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like a hot, it's got serrano pepper, so it's not anything, insane, but really the flavor's good.
Yeah.
I kind of want to just drown a burger in it. You know what I mean? Something like that.
All right.
So I just want to butt in real quick. Jared says, I suggested doing shots to add to the burn.
Oh, okay.
Which it would do.
Alcohol
We
does
have
make it
whiskey in
burn.
the other room. We could freaking, we could add to that. But right now I'm still burning. I'm still on fire.
No,
so-
I'm okay. I'm
good.
ready to try the ghost.
Are you
pepper.
gonna try the ghost
sauce,
pepper?
yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
All right. So
I mean, I'm just now.
this is not a dropper. So don't
I mean, it's kind of a dropper. You can kind of just like,
You can
Kinda?
kind of do the same thing.
yeah.
Now this one is what? Re-explain this one.
This one is, it's ghost peppers. It's made just only ghost peppers are in it, and then as far as like the other stuff in it, it's got a little bit of sugar in it. It has some red wine vinegar. It's made with red wine vinegar and lime juice. So I kept this one really, really simple. You can taste the peppers in this one. It's good.
You can taste the peppers. Well, yeah.
All right, there you
Oh,
go.
that's like 4 drops.
It's
It
all right.
was?
Yeah, it was like 4. It's
was
good.
like a
4 or
stream.
5.
That is good flavor.
It's a good flavor sauce. It's
real.
hot.
It's good.
Not as hot as the other one though.
They're all hot to
Yeah.
me.
They're all hot.
Hey, if you guys are hot ones out there, if you want to hang out with all of the other hot pepper people from the Ozarks, go to Facebook. I do have a group called Ozarks Chili Heads, and we get together, and we're actually doing a group grow now. So we're going to all get together and just on the internet get together, but grow peppers independently, then actually have meetups, swap seeds,
Oh, wow.
trade
Cool, cool.
sauces. So it'll be an actual social club.
What got you into all this
Hot
cooking and or hot stuff?
Man, honestly, I'm a real...
I assume you like to also cook.
Yeah, I love to cook. I'm like a real like sensory person, if that makes any sense. Like I love like sensory things. I like drinking bubbly waters and stuff like that. And hot peppers. When I was a kid, I was that kid who my mom put hot sauce in my mouth whenever I said bad words.
Oh.
And then so I was
So
crying.
you said a lot of bad words.
Is that a true story?
It is. It's totally true. But then I remember I have this one vivid memory of like crying and just being like, oh, it hurts. And my mom was like, chill out. She's like, it's not really going to hurt you. And I was like, what? Mm-hmm. And that was it. I was like, wait, it's not really going to hurt me.
Right.
Let's see what we can do with this. So I would eat like Louisiana stuff and like all my friends, you know what I mean? They couldn't handle it and they couldn't hang. So I was like, this is awesome. I would eat like, Tabasco against my uncles and aunts and when,
Oh,
Right,
wow.
And then Dave's Insanity sauce came out, and I tried that, and it's the first extract sauce I ever had, and that just sent me over the moon. And I was like, wow, this is crazy. You can get like a massive endorphin rush. Your body starts going numb and stuff. You get just like real relaxed. It's a whole experience. It's like psychedelic almost.
So
in a
that's
lot
the
of ways.
point. Because the whole time we've watched Hot Ones many, many times with Sean Evans and all the wonderful celebrities he has on there. And I've always wondered, like, what the hell is the point to burning the shit out of your mouth?
Yeah, it's endorphins.
I didn't
it's like a
realize
drug.
that.
Actually, one thing a lot of people don't realize about the chili community at large is a lot of the chili community are people in recovery from addictions. Yeah, alcoholism, narcotics.
Interesting.
All kinds of different addictions. And what they do is they're very, very successful replacing that with hot peppers.
That's
because
wild.
it does activate that part of your brain where you get the the endorphins and the dopamine hit and everything like that. Like it's everything but the high. Well, I mean, you do get the high because your body is naturally just. You think you're going to die, really, is what's happening.
Yeah, right.
Your body thinks you're dying, and so it's like,
Same
hey,
thing
feel
weed
good.
does.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, wow.
I mean, I
Okay.
can feel it just in my little samples here.
Yeah.
Just like
I gotta do that
There's
one.
like a
You feel a little mellow,
yeah. It does. It has an effect that is.
Yeah, it's not
is
just
different.
flavor; it's doing something else.
So you do truly come by it, like honestly.
Yeah.
You've been dealing with hot sauce since your potty mouth started.
Exactly.
6 years old.
That's right. That is exactly right. And I was also that little kid with the play school thing, and I was rapping to Vanilla Ice too. You know what I mean? I'm still rapping. That's what Jared was talking about, asking about the drizzle. Wait, Donnie, didn't you start doing some pepper growing when you moved to Ohio? Yeah, I did. I started pepper growing when I moved to Ohio. I've always had a black thumb. Terrible thumb. I
feel
kill
you.
everything, except for pepper plants are super forgiving. Like it will look like it's dead. And then you put water on it, give it a little light, and it'll start growing back. And I'm just like, oh man, they're super forgiving. So yeah, I started growing peppers. And you know what the best part about a pepper is? The worse you treat it, the hotter it gets. The worse you treat it, the hotter it gets. It's kind of like people.
Yeah.
In a lot of ways.
Oh my God, that has so much context to it.
I know.
Like
does.
there's like a big thought bubble above my head with a whole bunch of shit
Oh,
going
yeah.
on right now. Oh wow!
And the comment section is
And
going
the
wild.
Comment section
That's
is going
why I'm
wild.
mean to Tara. I want her to stay hot.
So Brian is asking, what's the Facebook page again? The group
The group, it's Ozarks Chili Heads.
Ozarks Chili Heads.
Yeah, it's
so,
Ozarks, and then Chili Heads is all one word.
all one word. And so Sandy and Jody are watching, and Sandy says Jody wants to swap seats. Oh, not the same thing. Forgiveness, please.
Hey, that's all right. How you doing? How's it going? Hey, well, we could talk after this.
Right on. So I'm going to go up here some more of the comments. Jared says, because it drove me nuts. My metal friends don't know what? My metalhead friends don't know the good people in the cover band scene and vice versa. Okay, so we're talking about the music scene from previously.
Yeah, it's wild how much of a division there is.
Oh yeah, and I'm guilty of that.
And
I'm
I've
totally guilty
actually
of that.
sort of dabbled in almost all of them because I was in original band at one time. Then I was in a douchebag cover band. And then, I've gone and tried to do the low key original stuff with you. And so we've kind of hit several, and it's wild how somebody in the same town in the music community has no idea
Never crosses paths.
who some bands are
Yeah.
that actually draw decent crowds, vice versa, the whole bit. Like there'll be a great local original band down at the Outland Ballroom. It's just like, oh, geez, these guys are amazing. And you can ask some people from the other scene, and they're like, "Yeah, I never heard of them." Like, how is that possible?
There's one lady who I'm going to shout out right now, and everybody in the comments is going to know who she is because she is the Springfield superfan. It's Deborah K. Klein from the internet. Everybody, everyone knows Deborah K. Klein from the internet. Have you had her on your show before?
No, we need
haven't had her
to.
on the
You
show.
should
We
have her on
Totally
the
need
show.
to.
She
She watches. She's not here tonight. I don't see her, but she usually watches.
Yeah.
And she watches Jared's show. But
Yeah.
Yeah, she's always been. When I was running shows at Lindbergh's, she was there. Whenever I was running shows at Outland, she's there. She's everywhere. I was booking shows at the Riff. Oh, look at that. Well, it was before it was the Riff.
Right,
But
right.
back then it was like Deborah K. Klein from the internet. She's everywhere. She's totally supporting local music. We need more people like you, Deborah.
Yes.
yeah, totally.
It's true. There are a handful out there that will actually really bounce around, and you'll see them at the different.
Oh yeah, there are several that are
At the
everywhere.
different things.
Several fans. That's the difference I think we're talking about here. So and I don't know if she sings or not. Does she sing? As well?
Deborah she's a bass player. She
Oh,
used to be in a
right
band when she
on.
was younger. Yeah, absolutely.
that's
She
even
hasn't
cooler.
done it in a long time, but yeah,
But a lot of times you see fans at different shows, but not a lot of the musicians crossing paths, if you will. You know, I see
Yeah.
some, but not a lot.
I have a
like I said,
theory
I'm
on
guilty
that.
of it.
Yeah.
I have a theory on
Do
it.
ya?
None of us have enough time to even have our own hobby, let alone support everybody else's. I mean,
That's a good
it's
point.
tough.
That's
I
a
was
good
actually
point.
getting ready to say almost the exact same thing. I'm just like, as far as bands getting any kind of a pressure from someone like, you should support local music more. It's just like, yo, like, I just can't.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I mean,
a good point.
It's between my own day job and as far as her and I are concerned, we're putting tons and tons of hours into this podcast, which is a version of supporting our local music
is.
scene. But to go out and actually see all the bands and, you know, support them all, I would just die of a heart attack. If I mean, at some point I've got to sleep.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
absolutely.
And so I agree with you. I think that sometimes actual musicians should not only give themselves a break, but they should give each other a break, because it's like, you know, oh, my band played Saturday and you didn't come see it. It's like, well,
I think the best thing that we can encourage people to do is play shows with other bands.
True. Yeah.
I know that there's a lot of bands, especially on, like you were talking about, that Sunshine demarcation. You know what I mean?
yeah, right.
A lot of the shows on the other side of Sunshine are one band shows.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They'll play a 4 hour set.
Yeah.
On the northern central side, you've got, you know, sometimes 4 bands on a show.
Right.
There's pluses and minuses to all that.
Right.
You know, if you're trying to be a working band, it's splitting between 4 people. I mean, it's slim pickings around Springfield anyway.
Yeah.
Let's
Right.
just be honest a
Yeah.
little bit. But the best thing that I think that we can do is just support each other. And that, as far as bands go, that's booking with a variety of bands.
Right.
You know,
right,
that
right.
way there's more. People always scoff at exposure, but like in a situation like this, especially after, like, you know, the C word we all just went through, that thing. You know, you have to get creative with the way you support people in your time that you have.
Yeah.
So
I think.
I think the dynamic though is distinctly different, because I remember being involved in that more, you know, I've played the Outland Ballroom and the Regency Showcase and the Juke Joint and all those kinds of, even the Abyss. That was actually a fun night.
I went to I saw Avarice and Elijah at the Abyss one time. I was 16 years old. And Mike Evans told this story the other day. He was like, "Hey, Donnie, and you remember that time we were at the Abyss and that girl was 24 and she was hitting on you and you said you were 22?" I was like, I do remember that. I remember that very vividly. I don't know. She must have been pretty buzzed though, because I definitely did not look like my 20s whenever I was in my teens.
Well, that's funny. That's
I
funny.
loved that place, but
It was awesome.
it's you know, the whole argument about the original band versus the cover band thing. It's like, in original music, it is kind of tough to just pop in anywhere and play for. You can't set up and play for 3 or 4 hours.
Yeah.
It's just like no matter how good you are, you can be just totally amazing. And a 2-hour show, if you're just unknown, if you're just kind of walking in and seeing a band, that's kind of intense. And so I think that's why that model of maybe 4 or 5 bands that only play 20 minutes each.
Yeah.
Now you kind of get it's a completely different way to go experience music.
Yeah.
So when you get a cover band who's playing 80s music, or if they're playing 90s music, it's sort of almost like is a better show to just let them play all fucking night.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, well,
You don't want to put up 4 different cover bands.
people need variety, and so like you know, if you have three or 4 local bands, that's how you get variety there. But
Yeah.
a cover band, I mean, they got variety built in.
Right.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
it's kind of built in, and so it becomes a completely different experience. And I think and I've been guilty of it, to try to mush it all together as one idea of music scene is totally impossible. I mean, you know, if I was gonna go see a great cover band playing my favorite songs from the 80s, I would actually prefer that they play all night.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't want anyone to switch bands because you're just all going to play the same shit.
Exactly.
It's like the kind of things that bands are doing down in Key West, you know, that there's bands in bars every other building. I mean, and it's usually this is who starts at 7:00 and they're going to play till
all
the
night.
bar closes.
Yeah.
And not dealing with the technical switchover and the drums and the second sound check and all that. You don't really want that in a cover band experience. But in something that has more originality, you can only handle about 20 minutes of a band you've never heard of before, whether they're good or bad.
No, it's true. Yeah,
know?
it's really rare to find a band that like their first show engages the audience.
Yeah.
You know, and those
Yeah.
bands always go to the front of the line, like every single time. It's easy to it's. I say it's easy. It's relatively easy if you've been around. Jared knows what I'm talking about. It's relatively easy to know who's going to be a popular band doing original music.
Right.
They just have an aura to them. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
there are bands who want to do it because they like doing it, and then there are people who are like, we learned these songs, and everybody, you know, you should come listen to us because we're in a band.
Right. Yeah.
It's like I shouldn't have to go flyer anywhere. This is ridiculous.
I want to jump to the comments for a second. So I just had a revelation just now. So first of all, Cindy Lucas says, Deborah K. Klein is my rock and roll sister. And this just happened. I am today years old. Many people didn't realize she used to be in a local band with her brother, Bill Klein of Love Bomb. I did not know that Deborah K. was Bill's sister. We know
There you
Billy.
go. Yeah.
Would you look at that? You learn something new every
Well,
single
would you
day.
look at that?
Did you look at that?
You know what we should do is just take a look at it.
Just look. Holy moly, that's great. And so Mike is also saying Rick Bean was the original Springfield super fan. If you were on the north side watching a band, Rick was there. And if you went to the south side to see a band the same night, he was there. Rick Bean. Okay. And what is Jared saying? Why don't you read this? Can you read it?
Should have seen the looks on the faces of the people in attendance when Metal Militia opened Janky Fest. Yeah, I would imagine.
Right.
Janky Fest 4 with Thrill Fall Damsel and Dirty Saints. Yeah, that's what we've experienced in a completely different way than what Jared's referring to. But kind of in the same way, Tara and I are just a duo. We call ourselves Boot. And we just play mostly original songs. I play piano. She's an amazing singer.
I play triangle.
I try to sing along with her because she's stupidly good. And it's just all songs that we've written ourselves. We've played places like the Riff, and it's just...
It's not our venue.
No, it's just not going to work. It's not going to work, at least on the level that we're at right now.
Yeah.
That venue... it's different now. There's new owners, so who knows how that's going to unfold.
And if we were playing with maybe 2 or 3 other acts.
Moving forward. But I'm agreeing with what Jared is saying. To put a band like Boot in front of a band that's doing 80s covers,
It would be weird.
it's just like,
Oh, yeah.
This is weird. You know. And I just don't think that should be forced to a certain extent. I think all of us love each other, and we all love supporting our music scene, and we love being proud of Springfield having a decently talented pool.
Yeah.
But there are some things that just probably is never going to mix. I mean, it does need to be somewhat
I think it's an interesting
separated.
contrast to have an opening act that's a contrast or another band
As long
or
as
two.
it's not too much.
However you want to look at it. Like all the touring acts out there have opening acts. Now, we just saw Reba recently here at JQH.
Yeah.
And she had a wonderful opening act. So she was still country, but she was way different than Reba, and it was pretty much just acoustic. So there was a contrast.
Yeah.
The contrast. When I opened for the Statlers, same thing. I was still country, but it was a contrast to the band and the whole idea. So Metal Militia opening Janky Fest, I think, was actually pretty awesome. But
yeah, I'm actually glad it happened.
yeah,
But
because the contrast.
him referring to the looks on people's faces.
Exactly.
I
They
can
weren't expecting
understand.
anything but 80s that night.
Yeah.
With the other three bands.
Yeah.
Yep.
Kind of a thing.
Yep. Pretty cool. So Julia, what's Julia saying? She's saying, played The Abyss a bunch back in the day as an acoustic duo with my brother Mikey. Good times that I can barely remember.
That's awesome. I loved the Abyss. I don't even think it had a stage, did it? I remember.
It was like by the front windows there. It was like when you walk in, it was on the right, and it was maybe like a step up or
Yeah,
something.
it
I
was
never went.
just-
I never got to go there.
Oh my gosh.
When was this? The 90s?
It was the late 90s.
Okay. I was
Yeah,
always
Johnny
on the
Q.
road.
Public played there, but yeah, it probably would have been mid to late 90s.
Johnny Q. Public played The Abyss here in Springfield?
Yeah.
Wow.
And it was fucking rocking.
That's whenever Cully's was across the street.
Cully's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another place I never went.
Yeah.
I'm so sad. I never got to go to these places. They were all cool in the 90s, and I was always on the road. I never got to hang out with any of you cool people.
It was awesome. They were disgusting inside too. It was just like,
Oh, yeah.
it was
Hell
like
yeah.
if you remember the Outland before the renovations
Oh,
that
yeah.
Kevin Dunn did,
Yeah.
it was like, no dividers in the bathroom sort of a thing. Yeah, it was bad. Pre-puked toilets.
Pre-puked. Nice. Okay. Let's,
You could fist bump your shit buddy.
Oh,
Yeah,
my
yeah.
God.
Hey, shit, buddy. Get a secret handshake
How's it
going.
going, shit buddy?
Wide stance. Wait a minute. What? Shit, buddy. Oh, my God. I can imagine that. Ladies have the little separate thingies, but men, if they
Yeah,
have to do their thing, it's like if you don't have a separator, that's kind of embarrassing.
Dude, the old Outland bathroom didn't even have like a divider. Like it was like you walk in and there were urinals on the left wall, and then in the corner was a toilet without a seat.
Nice.
Literally
Yeah.
a toilet without a seat. No paper or anything. It's like if you're drunk enough to poop here, you are getting kicked out.
Just, yeah.
I've walked in
exactly.
on many a guys just sitting there squatting the deuce.
Oh, my God.
It happens.
Freaking
It's a good time.
I can't do it. I couldn't even do it drunk. I think
It's-
I would shit my pants before I would go shit in a bathroom like that.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of like a home field advantage thing, or at least a private advantage.
I just about face
When it
and I
comes
walk
to
right
number
back
two.
out.
Yep.
That's hilarious. Julia says, oh, wait, right here. Julia says the stage was 3-inch lift by the windows, very low ceiling. We were there from about 2003 to about 2008
Yeah.
at the Abyss. That's interesting. Jared says, worst way to make friends.
Yeah.
The shit
Yeah.
buddy.
The
Hello,
shit buddy.
shit buddy.
Can
Stephanie.
you spare a square?
That's actually written on our bathroom wall.
Oh, that's
you have to go
awesome.
sign the bathroom wall before
I
you
will.
leave.
Absolutely.
It looks
will.
like the old Outland dressing room. So I'm
Good.
just saying.
That's
it's
great.
A little tiny version, but anyway.
draw a dick in there.
We have a story about that, and it's on bathroom wall.
We've got a dick story.
We have we'll save that for off
Always
air.
love a good dick
Interestingly,
story.
I have no problems with dicks drawn on the wall.
No.
It's just certain circumstances
Well,
made that dick weird.
Yeah.
Wait, whoa.
Yeah, well,
All right. That's for the Patreons.
that's for the Patreons.
Hey,
Well,
and actually, if you guys want to be a behind-the-scenes member, visit the Patreon for this channel. I don't know any of the information about it, but go ahead and give it to them.
Patreon.com/UnsungScreamers.
That's right.
Super simple, or just search us anywhere. We'll come up.
For just a couple bucks a month, you can be an Unsung Screamers super fan right there on Patreon. Be a patron and help us keep
We
this
gotta
show
have
going.
him do voiceovers. This is great.
I'll do anything you guys want. This is
love it.
You guys are putting more effort into this than a whole lot of people put in. This is me. I'll support this anytime. This is awesome.
You rock, man. This is so fun.
I'm gonna have to talk. Hey, have you guys tried DMT?
Have what?
DMT.
I'm just kidding, man. It's like Joe Rogan. You know what I mean?
Oh. No, actually, we have not.
I feel like I should be Elon Musk right now, just like.
Yes.
Totally.
awesome.
You got it. Go ahead. I don't give a shit. It's still Missouri, though. We got to kind of watch
That's
what we're
right,
doing
I
here.
need to-
So we got some more shit coming in. BC 2.0.
Wait.
Jared's like the Mr. Commenter. You can always tell it's who's. Wait, I can't read. You can always tell who had been in the military because they didn't give a damn. I'm assuming about the shitting on the toilets and stuff. Let's see.
Oh yeah, that's true.
It's like, wow, this is better than a hole in the ground.
yeah.
Donnie, I challenge you to draw them an uncircumcised dick.
Uncircumcised. Dude, that's so easy. You just draw a worm with balls.
Totally.
That's it. Come on. Simple.
Super, super simple. Oh my God. Stephanie, I was going to go with Stephanie. She's here. Stephanie Kegel, our good friend from Florida. Well, she's from here, but she's in Florida. Damn, Tara. I even went to those places.
Oh, wow.
She's talking about Cully's and Abyss.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, well.
It's back whenever
She's like,
Nathan
I
P.
even-
Murphy's was a hopping place,
Yeah,
too.
man.
Right. I actually love that place.
Cully's had the storage container that had been cocked onto the back of the building. That's where the bands played.
What? Oh, like.
Not literally. The stage at Cully's was
Oh,
like,
it's like
what
a little
are they
nook?
in a fucking closet?
Yeah, yeah.
It's like, look, it's like an 18-wheeler had backed up to Cully's and they just cocked it in.
That reminds me of the front of house lounge stage. Did you ever see that before they did the remodel?
Oh, yeah.
It looked like the
Oh,
back
yeah.
of a truck.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. I thought it was cool, but I mean, like, I don't know. It's a truck. That and the what is it? The downstairs at the Shrine Mosque. It's like kind of like the
I
same thing.
know.
You're just kind of like
Yeah.
sitting up there on that little thing behind the pillar. Just
With the wicker. What is it? It's not wicker, but
Yeah,
it's
there's like
the
the slats on
crosshatch.
the- yeah, exactly.
Crosshatch,
Yeah,
painted
yeah.
white.
it's like I feel like I'm taking like Easter photos here. When's the Easter bunny?
Wasn't it like if my mind can't remember back then, but it feels like there was maybe even some AstroTurf on the stage.
There could
There
have been.
might have
That would have
been,
been
yeah.
great, right? If
One of
there
I
those-
worked in a recording studio in New Jersey one time
where I was born.
that it literally was a box truck that had backed up to the building.
God.
And they went ahead and permanently
What?
like
Affixed it to the building.
yeah, like L bracketed it to the building and sealed it off, and that was the control room of the recording studio.
Wow.
Because it was a mobile recording studio.
Oh.
That was in like a box truck.
So they expanded.
So they,
That's good.
so they pulled it up to the building, and now the tracking room is this big cool warehouse, and the control room is still inside the box truck, bolted to the building.
Oh my!
That is awesome.
Wow.
That's cool.
It was wild. So we would play in this huge. It was like as big as a racquetball court or bigger. And then when we wanted to go back and listen to some tracks we had worked on, we had to like, excuse me, to kind of get back to the console.
A lot of people
and
don't
sit
know
in-
this, but that's where Danzig recorded all of his good albums. Yep. That's crazy. That's awesome.
So yeah.
We have a cute comment here. Mike McWhorter's coming on the show. He's going to be on the show next week, I believe. I think we have him scheduled for next
Yeah.
Thursday. And he says, how in the hell can I follow this guest next week? Setting the bar pretty high tonight.
Aww.
Dan's mom was great last week.
Oh.
These are hard
Wait,
acts
what?
to follow.
Oh my God. Dude, I would beat him up like Will Smith. Saying your mom was great. I think I'm missing some context.
Wait. There was she was on the show.
Your mom was great last week.
It's like, wait a minute.
It's great, man.
You keep my mom's name out your fucking mouth.
Oh my God!
Oh, man.
Oh, that whole shit. Yeah, the whole Will Smith. What do you think of
Yeah.
that? What do you think?
Oh,
of
dude.
Like,
It was. Look, if you're in show business, you know that's not that's fake. He faked it. I believe it was all fake.
I don't.
Can I get my tinfoil hat on real quick?
Yes, go
Yeah.
ahead.
Pfizer, who sponsored the Oscars,
Right.
just came out with an alopecia medicine.
Oh my God!
So put the aluminum foil hats on, guys. We're going into Joe Rogan territory.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
I saw that about Pfizer.
Yeah. Oh my God!
Oh.
I just for some reason I just don't think it was fake because of Chris Rock's eyes. He lost the light in his eyes. Like you know how he's a presenter. I thought he was hosting, but he was a presenter.
That shaky feeling.
Yeah, it was like
when your nerve drops out and you're just like trying to maintain composure.
Yeah, absolutely.
He was-
So when it happened,
that
he was
seemed
like,
real.
ha ha, and then he went and sat down and they got cussed at, and then he was trying to freaking do the show, and his eyes just kind of went like this. They lost something.
Then
And
Alfonso Ribeiro's over on the side.
So I have a real feeling that it was real, and I don't know. That's the big debate across the internet.
I do want to say, if it is real, that was. I mean, he smacked him technically.
Yeah.
It was like weird.
He didn't lead. He didn't lead with his lead foot.
Yeah, no,
weird.
it
That
was
weird.
no. He
No.
actually kind of
Maybe he,
cocked
like,
back like he was posing for the
Second
meme.
guessed himself. Or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like he kind of posed for the meme, and we talked about it on our Monday show. It's like he made it so gentlemanly, like by
Yeah.
the when he actually got up there.
He should have took his glove off and did it.
That's what I said on our
Throw it
show.
on the ground.
I totally said that on our under Monday morning. I was like, it's like he had a leather glove and said, "No, sir, you may not disgrace my wife."
I challenge thee to a duel, sir.
That's right. It's exactly the same
Jeez
shit that I
Louise.
said. Holy crap. We have found
That's
a kindred
right.
spirit.
Challenge
right.
it to
With
a
this guy.
duel, sir.
Jeez, oh, pizza place. I swear. Yeah, so I still think it was real, but
Yeah.
I don't know. It's the big debate, but
That whole Pfizer thing is pretty weird.
it is.
Hey, it ended the war that they were talking about. Apparently, I don't know. All right, enough jokes at the expense of the news.
Yeah.
Hey, I do have a new show coming up. If you guys
Yes.
like local music and you like spicy stuff,
That's right.
I have a show called
Let's
The
talk about it.
417's Hottest. The other day I was brainstorming. I was like, what kind of a local show? You saw it on Facebook.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's
like,
how I would.
This is why we
That's why you're
contacted you.
here.
I was like, why? What would make something? I said like actually watchable, and I mean, yeah, it's a pretty brisk way to put it, but really what I meant was like, what would hold your attention that you're not already getting?
Yeah.
And Sean Brockert, a whole bunch of other people were like, hey man, why don't you just do your spicy stuff? Mm-hmm. And I'm like, that's a great idea.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're already kind of an expert in that area anyway.
Absolutely, yeah.
So-
that's pretty much all I did the past 3 years. And then, I already know everybody in the local music scene, so.
Or do you?
Or do you?
You just
You
met
will.
us
I
tonight.
challenge you to introduce me. That's
Yeah.
great.
Well, there's 55 on this list right here.
That's
We can
beautiful. I
start
recognize
there.
a lot of those
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah. That you guys have had a lot of folks on here. Actually, I see Paul Carson is on there. He was Paralandra was the first band I ever interviewed.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
All
the
right.
first band for Indimo. Yeah, it was funny because they had just gotten off stage. We went back into one of those little rooms at Classic Rock Coffee, and I told them I was super serious. I was like, "You guys will be getting the medical bill." And Paul just looks at me and he's like, "Wait, what?" And I was like, "For melting my face off, I'm gonna need reconstructive surgery."
Nice. Very good.
So that was awesome.
That was good.
Yeah, I love that band. They're so good.
Yeah, I'm so proud of them doing really
I think
well.
I think it's cool because getting to kind of know you a little better and talk about this kind of stuff. For you to have come by this hot sauce business so like organically and honestly, because at first glance, and I'm sure you're going to end up having critics moving forward.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you're just ripping off the
Hot ones?
The hot ones.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And it's-
100%.
But
And
he admits it.
I admit it. See, I think that if you're going to rip somebody off by, like a national thing and do a local thing, it's fair game as long as you're not pretending you're not doing it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
100%.
Oh yeah. Because even your logo kind of is super similar looking
Oh yeah.
and all those
yeah,
kinds of things.
I just stole it.
yeah.
I stole it all.
Admits
Sorry,
it
Sean.
right here.
I think
Admits
there.
it.
Yes, I think that is a great point to make when, if you are doing it like we mentioned the Joe Rogan show
Yeah.
6 times today, because it's like, yeah,
Yeah.
our shit is
and he's
kind
like,
of looking
this
a lot
looks
like
a lot
Joe
like
Rogan.
Joe Rogan. Yeah,
Because-
a little bit.
I mean, it's a good standard, though. You know what I mean? This looks
Right.
very
Yeah.
professional. This is very well done. It sounds amazing. That's one thing when
cool.
I first heard your show, I was like, ooh, this is velvety.
Nice.
I like that.
It's Heil microphones, Heil sound, ladies and gentlemen. Heil.
But I do.
Kyle.
Now it's kind of like I personally have a totally different impression about that because it's like, no, that you didn't just decide to go, buy some hot sauces in Branson last week and you're going to start a podcast. I mean, this
Yeah.
is something you are fully engaged in and you've been engaged in it for a long time. So it is a natural fit for your friends who are like, just bring in what
Just
it
do
is
what
that
you
you
know.
already know.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
that's super comforting. And I love it because I think Tara and I are this way. Like I'm not trying to be something that I'm not.
That's a lot of effort, man. I'm lazy these days.
I know.
For
It's
real.
just like, oh, you're copying this person. I'm like, yeah, you're fucking goddamn right I am. I don't really care.
Yep.
Whatever. That's a completely different thing than someone who's got like ego trips out of this
Yeah.
world when all they're doing is
dude,
copying people
you know
and
what's
not
hilarious?
admitting to it.
The chili community is there are tiers to it. Okay, there's guys like Johnny Scoville, people like Dark and Bella from Heat 101, Roger from the Hot Damn Show or the Hot Dang Show. All these people, they legitimately have huge tolerances. Dustin the Atomic Menace, these people have insane tolerances. They're always, eating stuff. And then you've got like reviewers and things on the tier under that. But then you've got the trolls down there. Those opportunist people that, during COVID, they were like, ooh, this is a nice way to get traction on Instagram.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and just hashtag all the hot pepper stuff. And
Right.
they were trying to start their own channel and that. In any industry, you're going to have those people, but it was like those guys came out of the woodworks last year. It was nuts.
Yeah.
The year before last.
I'll bet.
I bet.
Which is, that's always.
But local music's the same way. You always got those people who are the doers, the people who are, trying to do and building up. And then you got the people who like literally them and two of their friends are just smoking cigarettes, hanging out in the front room. And then they're talking shit on everyone.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, man, we're better than them. And it's like, why don't you like go play a show then?
Because we ain't got a drummer.
We ain't got a band, Randy.
We got a band.
Got a band, Randy.
My grandma's playing oatmeal boxes over here.
But we're better.
Jeez.
There was
We
one
can
time.
write-
There
we
was
can
one
write
time.
better
Quick,
songs
when you
than
said
that.
oatmeal box, that reminded me. There was one time we were having a rehearsal for my band Violet right here in this house, and before we remodeled the kitchen, and everything. This was like a big living room over here, and she forgot her snare. She didn't bring a snare, so we had like a little set or whatever. Like we have drum sets and stuff like here, but my drummer, she forgot her snare, so I had a cat litter box. And I just put it on the stand.
Yeah.
An empty cat litter
Empty.
box.
It was empty. Yes.
This sounds like shit.
Totally. Like not the cat box itself with
Like
the turds.
the box you
no,
bought
the
at the
box,
store.
Oh no, like the tidy cat. Yeah, okay, I
The
got you.
cardboard box. And she set that in the snare stand, and that was our snare for that night.
actually
for
sounded
practice.
kinda
It was
good.
actually like, can we record
Had a
this?
thug to it. Thug.
It was like deep. It was like poof, poof. Instead of being all splatty or whatever. Anyway, so you said oatmeal box, and that made me think of that. It was so funny. I have pictures and video of that somewhere.
I'm still laughing at the guys in the living room. Like, we could totally
We could totally
do this. Smoke them, man. We're
Hey, look,
better than
if you guys think that you could smoke somebody and you're way better than them, come on out to the Outlands Open Mic Night tonight. It's Thursday. You don't have to do anything but show up and play some music. You get
right.
3 songs. You could.
Oh wow!
Yeah, you get 3 songs.
Holy
Get your
moly.
chance. Get your chance to smoke this town.
That's
right.
right. Blow our buttholes inside out with your rock and roll enthusiasm. It's gonna be amazing.
Or country or pop or punk.
Sure.
Whatever you are.
Yeah.
you
Or you
know?
could yodel.
Whatever you want.
Yodeling.
That's good.
There was a time when I was trying to name my country band back in the 90s, and one of the names on the table was No Yodels.
No yodels.
Yeah. And to this day, it's a better, my band name was Midnight Rodeo, which before the bars all happened.
What?
Our band name was Midnight Rodeo,
That's cool.
but it was before the bars. Now everybody's like, oh, you named it after, no. But on the table was No Yodels, Buckskin, and Midnight Rodeo. And
Midnight Rodeo is a pretty good name.
Yeah.
good name.
Whenever
No
you-
yodels is terrible.
When you
I'm
push
glad
out the
didn't pick
idea
that
of a
one.
whole bunch of like 19-year-olds grinding, you know what I mean? It's like Midnight Rodeo. Okay, yeah, that's good.
Totes, right. And that's why the bar happened. I
Riding
guess.
that bull.
And in your defense, it was like 95.
Oh, it was 92, bro.
92.
Yeah, I was
so
22 years old, man.
the trauma we have all experienced via the cowboy bars in Springfield, Missouri for the last 20 years that didn't exist yet.
Right. Totally. So
What do we got here?
Jared says, Donnie, tell him about your old morning show. He did before we went on air.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so because we did the Monday morning podcast, which is just
Yes.
audio, but you did that Monday morning over at the Riff.
You know what's crazy is I've had a few morning shows. I tried a lot of different formats. Really what it was fighting Facebook's algorithm is what it is.
Yeah.
Because every time you get a little traction, they figure it out. And so they like stifle you in certain
Right.
ways. Which sounds super conspiratorial, but it's not. Now, my morning show, I did it at the Riff each morning. I also had an audio-only version. It was a pretty fun thing. I just played local music. It was on Facebook before Facebook made it so you couldn't have music on there as an entertainment thing.
Yeah. Yep.
So every morning it was local music. Deborah K. Klein from the internet. She actually I had
Her full name.
It is. I had a problem because my computer, the whole my mixer just died one day, and I couldn't do the show anymore. Deborah K. Klein from the internet fucking bought me a new mixer.
What?
I'm not even kidding.
Awesome.
Like she literally like an interface, like a Behringer little mixer with like the USB interface, and so like the music rocked on. Like she's an amazing human being.
Wow.
If anybody deserves thanks and support, it's Deborah K. Klein. She's an amazing person.
Awesome.
Absolutely.
That's super cool. I love that.
And so when about was that? When were you doing that?
2018-ish, 2017, 2018, 19, before I moved to Ohio. So it was, in those couple years there.
I meant to ask, what was the Ohio move all about?
Oh, it was for a woman.
I was going to
I
say.
moved for a woman.
I knew
It's
it.
a bad deal, man.
I knew it.
It's all
Did
about a
God
girl.
call
It
you
was-
there?
It was
Did God
God.
call you there?
Oh my God. The Lord had called upon me and said, Donnie, come out to this place and forget all about all your friends and everything that you've built your life around. And
Because she's going to just be everything.
yeah, she's going to be your everything. Everything. She's going to destroy it all. It's fine. It happens. It happens. I don't have any
Sure.
hard feelings.
Sure.
None at all.
That's a good little GIF right there. GIF, whatever. Let's just do that.
Yeah, you got to turn that into a gift.
Oh, jeez. Hey, you know what's crazy about the hot sauce world is, I brought something. I felt something in my pocket. There's all kinds of different things that you
Jesus.
can eat. This is from Blazing Foods. David Foy and the guys over at Blazing Foods. This is the Carolina Reaper corn nugs. They're having a Tube of Terror 2.0 that's coming out. That's going to be 16 million Scoville of these things. These aren't quite that hot. These are about as hot as that thing that you dropped earlier, but they're corn nuggets.
This is literally one of those corn nuts, like a corn nut, but with hotness on it.
Yeah, they're delicious. They got Trinidad Scorpion pepper, Carolina Reaper pepper,
I'll have
all
one.
kinds of. Yeah, they're
I'll
great.
have the little tiny one.
But so I had those in my pocket, and I also have this. This is a special hot sauce spoon. This is actually a caviar spoon that I ordered specially from this small fishing village in China. Handmade, literally. But yeah,
Are you serious?
yeah, 100%.
Oh.
I was selling these online for $50 a piece. They are the most luxurious hot sauce spoon in the world, and that's not a joke. It's actually made out of mother of pearl, and the whole idea is that
Goodness.
it's inert.
And that's why it's weird looking.
Yeah,
right?
that's why it's weird. It's made out of a shell. So basically, the idea with these mother of pearl spoons is that with a regular metallic spoon, the metal, whenever you eat something off of it, influences the flavor. Mm-hmm. This it doesn't influence the flavor at all.
That's
So you
cool.
so you can give an honest review. These are basically
That
for
is
reviewers.
super cool.
Yeah, it's pretty neat.
Very.
I'm gonna
cool.
eat my
All right,
nugget.
we're gonna eat the.
All right,
we're gonna
corn
eat the
nuts.
nugget.
Corn nuts.
Here, let's do these.
Oh, geez. Oh,
Ooh,
Pete.
hot damn.
Here, I got about 5 of these.
5 of them.
Yeah, this is good. You know what's weird? Once you get used to it, a meal doesn't seem complete unless it's got something spicy on it.
He always adds a little
so.
hotness to his meals, but
What's my hotness is usually just a lot of pepper and a little sriracha. I don't get
You
crazy
put- you
yet,
put the
but
flakes.
this is intriguing me now,
oh
man.
my goodness. Oh, you said water makes it worse.
Water makes it a lot worse. See,
What about seltzer? What about
even worse? See, the whole idea is that capsaicin is oil soluble, oil and fats. So milk is great, but water moves it around.
Oh, the
so
seltzer.
it covers more of your mouth.
Yeah.
Do you need another bubbly? Or are you good?
No, I'm good.
We're about to your breaking point.
We're
right
about
now.
to my. Oh man, I'm
It's-
having fun.
I
Oh my
know.
gosh,
I know.
It's
It
already
is-
8:12.
I know. It is too fun. I hate to have to cut this short,
All
but
right.
you have a gig to do.
I do.
And
Hey,
if we didn't
guys,
have a big weekend, we would come down to that gig. But
Right.
unfortunately, we can't make it tonight.
can I come back sometime?
Absolutely.
Okay. You guys are a lot of fun. I like
You
hanging out.
have been.
Yes.
This has been so fun. And Mike McWhorter was saying earlier, he is on next week, and that's what he meant. Somebody mistook it for like, how do I follow blah blah blah. But what he was getting at is, how do I follow this? Because this was super fun.
And also, you had mentioned that you are not familiar with Mike McWhorter. He's a fantastic photographer.
Oh yeah.
Oh, really?
He's an incredible photographer.
You know, I'm
does.
probably friends with him, and now he's like, "Oh, Donnie, really? You don't know me?"
Yeah.
You some bitch.
Of
Yeah.
your 5,000 friends, how come you don't know me?
Here's the thing: I know faces, names. On the other hand, and except for There was a guy the other day, and he's probably listening to this because I'm telling this story, but he came up to me and he gave me a hug, and he was like, man, I'm really sorry about like talking all that shit about you. He's like, I hope you forgive me. And I was like, I don't know who you are. I was like, okay, forgiven.
Right, totally.
You're fine.
You're totally forgiven.
You are forgiven.
Yeah.
Do that like preacher thing. And
Yeah.
just,
Did you give us some Kenneth Copeland shit?
Yeah.
You are forgiven.
Kenneth Copeland, the believer's voice of victory.
oh my God. Holy.
Oh man, I was going to say that. I was going to say a meme that he did, but it's got a word in it that the algorithm will just.
The algorithm will hate us.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Just before we go,
Yeah, I've seen that.
I just want to jump on the comments before we have to go. And Matt Stewart, hi Matt. He says Shit Buddies could be a great band name.
Shit buddies.
Shit buddies.
Because we talked about Shit Buddies at the old Outland. Remember that?
With no dividers.
All right. And then Shell wants to say, hi, Shell. She says, the trauma we have experienced because of the cowboy bars in Springfield is cracking her up. Right?
Open up Cowboys 2022.
That's right. Who cares about 2000, right?
That's so 22 years. Oh my God, that's so 22 years ago.
Oh, jeez. Oh, what? No. Stop it. No. Oh.
That is so 22 years
And Shell
ago.
also says, you guys should have checked his pockets before he entered the studio.
Oh, I know. He
That's what I
keeps
got.
pulling out
Because-
more hot shit to eat.
Then Julia says, Donnie's jacket is like the Mary Poppins bag of hot eats.
That is true.
What a great comment, right?
Yep, that's right. It's the that's what the bag's
And
all
then
about.
Jared says, is there anything you don't have in your pockets?
I don't have you in my pockets, baby.
Oh!
Come on over here.
I don't have you, baby.
Oh, girl.
All right.
I've got these really cool safety pins that I got. They're black. I don't know.
I've never
Sometimes
seen
they
a
come in
black
handy.
safety
Me
pin. I've
neither.
never
Here.
seen a black
Look, I'm gonna
safety
give those
pin.
to you guys as
Okay.
a gift.
This
These
is
are
our
for the
gift.
show.
All right.
I've never seen a black
Should I
safety
put it
pin
in my
life.
eyebrow? Should I get my brow pierced?
do
and
it.
Maybe put it in my brow.
Do it.
Just
Here, you
that'd
can
be-
have this hot sauce. That's yours.
Oh,
Put it
wow.
on some food. That's wonderful.
I absolutely
that on your
will.
wings.
Thank you, man.
I do have to take this one because I promised people they could try it tonight.
Yeah,
Oh my
yeah,
gosh.
I'll
that's
bring you
fine.
some stuff. I had a lot
Absolutely.
of, I had a lot of
Let's
hot
do this
stuff.
That shit's
again.
worth trying. Yeah, we'll
Maybe
do it
anytime.
again.
I know Thursdays you do your open mic. But
Yeah.
And then when you get your thing up and going, if it's not already, we need to go do that.
It's not doing it yet. I'm not
And
doing
we
it yet.
would love to be on it for sure.
But when you do. yeah,
Okay,
it'll be
here's
fun.
the thing. And since, I've talked about it publicly on the internet and I've talked about it on this show now. So if anybody tries to do this in this area, they'll pretty much easily get called out. So if you guys want to be a part of this, I need camera people. I need this
Some
is
stuff.
I can do it all myself, but honestly, I would be a crabby asshole. So if you guys want to help with the most amazing spicy themed show in local music history, get a hold of me. I'm sure we can work something
is it a
out.
volunteer basis or a paid gig?
Oh no, not a paid gig. Hey, look, here's the deal. If we
No
start,
money.
If we start making no money, if we start making any money, I'll split the money with you or something. I don't know. No contracts. I'm not making contracts on the
Right.
internet.
Here's your
No.
$6.
Handshake deal. That's the way we do it in Missouri.
Yep, no cameras allowed.
Absolutely. This has been a freaking pleasure to
It's been
meet
a
you
lot
and
of
get
fun.
to know you. And yes, it's not enough time.
I know it's not.
Yeah.
I was like, an hour and a
An hour and a
half will
half
be
is
enough.
great.
I'm like, I'll
Totally
be here for
fine.
4 more hours.
No,
Right.
he might become a regular.
No, totally.
Okay.
Whenever
We'll
we
just-
have a down night, we'll be like, hey, Donnie,
If
you
we
gotta
don't
come
have a
over.
guest, on your way to the Outland.
That sounds good.
right on.
Yeah.
So-
What other nights of the week are you guys doing this? Is this the night of the week now?
This
This
is
is
pretty
the
much
night we've always
been
been
live,
doing it
for live.
for being live.
We could totally record a whole other video and actually have a
but we could
wings or
also do
something
other
and-
stuff that's not part of our Thursday thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Totally.
we're down.
Heck, we might need to do that wing thing over here then
I
sometime.
know.
Yeah,
It's-
that would
or
be cool. We could do it
sometime
here.
I'm out here
thing.
begging these people. I'm sitting in a studio.
It's all right here. It's all right here.
We'll talk
We
about
could-
residuals.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yes.
whatever. It's
absolutely.
all right here. We could do some minor changes so it doesn't look exactly the same. However
Right.
you want to do it.
Hang a curtain.
Or you could green screen it. See, we got a whole
We got a
green,
green
wall.
screen.
Oh, you
behind
do
this.
have a green
Yeah.
You
screen.
could just flip the whole thing and throw your flames on it.
Yeah.
This is impressive. This is cool. This is cool. You guys obviously enjoy this and are doing the work. This
We
is amazing.
individually, we've always wanted a music studio in our life.
Yeah.
And when we got this house and we got together, we are like, F a garage.
Yeah. What are we going to park a car there?
I know.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Our cars have never been garaged. Why do they need one now?
I've gone my whole life without a garage, so I don't need one now.
We don't need one now. So
Yeah.
anyway,
I have a black bobby pin or I
No,
mean,
safety pin.
safety pin.
What else do I got in here?
And I've never seen a black safety pin
I've
before,
never
so
seen
I'm very
black
excited
safety
about
pin.
this.
Got some
I'm very happy
You
about
got your
this.
eyeliner?
Yeah.
My mouth is on fire
Yes.
still, which I actually like. It feels
Right?
good now. It's
Yeah.
kind of like honed
yeah.
in, and it's like, that feels good.
It does.
It's kind of
Yeah.
like doing a gummy. It's just sort of
Right?
like,
It is. Yeah, yeah. You get
nice.
mellowed out.
Yeah.
I've got a lot of really cool peppers growing right now.
Yeah.
They're about the size of my finger. They're just like little sprouts
babies.
right now. But I've got a super rare pepper called the King Star Lemon Starburst. It's a cross between an MOA Scotch bonnet and Bahamian goat pepper. And they are called lemon starburst because they taste like lemons.
Huh.
Wow.
And they're
damn.
pretty fucking hot.
Right.
But they're literally my favorite pepper. They're super rare, and I've got like a dozen of them growing right now. So
Awesome.
we'll have to eat some of those whenever they ripen. Oh yes.
Yes.
Pretty cool. So
good.
in final words here at the comments. Cindy Lucas, she says Unsung Dreamers Hot Wing Special. Well, Screamers, she says. Correct. Nice. Jared says, Dan, those safety pins are bigger than the ones you're used to seeing.
Yep, they're pretty neat.
They are pretty big.
What are the
and
ones I'm used to seeing?
I'm not sure what that's referring to. Your diaper or something? I'm not
know.
sure. Jalapeno wine, jalapeno
Jalapeno
and
and
lime wine with a question mark. That's Brian. That's Brian, our local winemaker.
I'm not sure about lime wine to begin with, so we might need to talk about this.
He's made some
good.
pretty fantastic tasting wines. So he and Lisa. So
Habanero apple is the easiest to make.
habanero apple.
Habanero apple.
All right.
Think about that one, Brian.
All right. So those of you watching still, if you're not doing anything or if you want to have some fun, go to the open mic that's over at the ballroom.
The Outland Ballroom. This is amazing. People scramble over each other to play on that stage, and tonight you can do it as long as you get there before someone else signs up.
That's right. So
Yeah.
get there by 9, and then the shit starts about 10.
About 10 o'clock.
Yeah, so that's tonight. That's just here
It's
in just a
tonight.
little bit.
Like
Man,
it's-
that's like, yeah.
That's
it's
in just
going.
a few.
Oh, wait, what's this? Jared, come check out my new studio. We've got 7 cameras.
Yeah.
Hey, dude, congratulations, man. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, he just recently moved to a new studio. I'm going to be
That's
on,
pretty cool.
I think, next week with what's her name, Chelsea from the new lead singer of Members Only.
Okay.
I'll be on his show next week with the new format and all that stuff. So
I
that's
love
gonna be
it.
Super fun.
Okay, yeah,
We're gonna be
I'll
talking
come check it
country.
out. I'd love
We're gonna
that.
be talking women of country music.
Oh, that's neat. So Reba. So
hey.
Pam
Oh, yeah.
Tillis.
Oh,
yeah.
fuck
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. We're going to talk about
Some Tanya.
I'm proud to be a coal miner's
Loretta.
daughter. I saw her.
Did you?
Yeah, my
you?
grandparents took me and I saw her and Boxcar Willie.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, in Branson when I was a kid. Yeah, absolutely.
Nice.
Also saw Conway Twitty, I think. That guy's a pervert.
He totally is. Every song is about sex.
Yeah.
Every single song. Is
How did
about
he
sex.
look like he was in his 70s when he was in his 20s?
Yeah, totally.
It's the hair.
And then never changed.
Yeah, he's like I wish I was country Elvis.
That's absolutely right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh man.
Total perv.
I could keep going.
I know.
This
we
is a
could.
good night.
I
This
know.
is a great time. We will have you back. You should be like Mr. Recurrer.
Oh, that
Oh,
would be
yeah.
good.
That's fine.
Once a
Just-
month, have Donnie on.
That'd be fun.
That'd be super fun.
I'm game.
In the
do it.
meantime, folks, I'm gonna start scrolling the ways you can support our show if you want to. There it is, right about across the bottom of the screen. If you want to support us, go visit everything we mentioned everywhere. Chili Mancer on YouTube.
Ozark's
The-
Chili Heads, and then as well as the Outland Open Mic.
That's right.
Awesome.
And go
Yeah.
to open mic tonight over
And if
there.
you didn't notice in our intro, which we'll put it in the outro as well, he was voted.
Oh yeah.
You can just, give me some V on that. You could even show that real quick.
This one right here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. We didn't even talk about
we didn't
this.
even
We'll have to
talk
talk
about
about that. So
Yeah.
a few years ago, I was voted on the internet by people in the area their favorite live engineer. I
Hell
don't know.
yeah. That's
I don't
awesome.
know. I don't know how I did it. I think it's because I'm a legitimate fan of all the bands. I just
Yeah.
wanted
Right.
them to have a good show.
Which is the best sound engineer to have. No matter what the kind of music, that's the best sound engineer to have. Just somebody who's a fan of
Well,
music
and there's
itself.
quite a few bands that like having a sound guy that's not an asshole.
True that.
That's another
There's
thing.
that too. Who actually gives you
And
what
you
you're
don't,
asking
you don't
for.
seem to be an asshole.
I can be.
You
I
might
think
be
that
faking me out, but
you
I
know,
don't
you know, I can totally be an asshole. Actually, a lot of these people have probably seen me do it. But I'm only a dick when it's justified. You know what I mean?
Totally.
Exactly. It's
I
called
hear that.
boundaries.
That's right.
That's right.
Once you learn what yours are, you become an asshole suddenly. Weird.
To the right people, yeah.
Oh wait, Will Smith.
Won't Smith.
Won't.
Even more so.
All right,
Nice
guys.
work.
Again,
All
thank you
right.
very
We
much
gotta
for
end
having
on
me
the
out
Won't
here.
This was
I appreciate it.
fantastic. We're going to play your song once again to
Cool.
take us out, and we will say our goodbyes, and you have a great night tonight.
Thank you.
So
And
good to-
you guys.
Thanks
too.
a
Oh my
lot,
God.
man.
I
So
love you guys.
good to
This
see
is
you.
awesome.
This was
man.
great.
It's a good time.
Awesome.
I love it.
See ya. Tune in live every Thursday night at 7 p.m. Central.
On the Unsung Screamers Facebook page, YouTube channel, and Twitter.
And check out our Unsung Screamers podcast.
Wherever you get your podcasts.
Ah!